Okie dokie. I'm recording this in this whack-ass setup because if I put any effort into making, like, showing this, my sniper not working, it's gonna hurt my soul. Not only because editing is hard, but because the footage is hard to watch. My sniper hasn't been working, so I've got various clips showing it not working, and weirdly enough, showing it not working in different ways, which in my opinion doesn't make any goddamn sense. I will say that I can't vouch for all of these clips, but I know some of these clips at least are played with perfectly fine internet. I often try to have a shot of me shooting them with an AR right after the snipe to show that I can aim, and at the end of all the clips I just have a clip of me shooting a revolver with good aim in the same sesh that one of these sniper clips is shown, just to show that I can aim. Either way, let's jump into it before I get too big for my britches. I've got this slowed down, and we're gonna go like, let's watch it slow-mo, and then we'll go frame by frame if you miss anything. So this one, it's just a very kind of blatant snipe that doesn't hit. And if we go back in the timeline, and I will say also, when this initially was first happening, I even went on CS. I downloaded all of CSGO so I could have a baseline that I knew how to shoot guns, and I was no problem. I haven't played CSGO in years. I was just shooting people with the sniper perfectly fine. So let's run this frame by frame. So I aim in, and as I do with my sniper in all games, I kind of drag scope, and I have synced my mouse clicks. We're not going to go deep into looking at the timing because it's harder to tell. It looks like I'm about to click right there, but regardless, the majority of my time over this person, like aiming in, is while over this person. And even by the time I'm unscoped, I was aiming at them the entire time. So first, bullet doesn't hit. Second, I can't tell where the bullet went. At first, I thought there's a black dot here. That's the other thing. The game isn't even showing the bullet travel sometimes. Not a big part of this. But then when I was just watching it back, there was like another black dot like above his head or something later that I thought could have been the bullet marker. I don't know what that is. It also could be him reloading and like the bullets flying out of his gun, which is a completely unnecessary animation, but they have it. Regardless, that's our first clip. It's the one that is like, yeah, you can see the bullets flying out of his gun. So I think that's what both of those are. I do have to reload my sniper after this, so we know that the gun shot. Where the bullet went, we've got no clue. But we'll just let this play and go to the next clip. This one is the most recent clip I've taken. It was from a video. I was editing a video because I was like, this was a fun arc of gameplay during this game. But when I got like halfway through the edit, it got to the point where I was holding a sniper and I was taking pot shots, and I didn't remember because it'd been a while since I played, but I was taking the pot shots because I couldn't understand what the timing or the lead of my gun is. And I think it's just because the fucking sniper doesn't work. So let's watch this through. And I actually didn't notice this happen in the moment or looking back at it until I looked at it in slow motion. And once you see it, it's like, one, what the fuck is happening? And two, that's atrocious. So let's just look at this. There's a guy that's going to be on this ridge over this hill. I'm sure you saw it because I've got it playing at slow motion now. Actually, let's show the revolver shot. I immediately am able to hit him with a revolver because I know how to aim guns. Okay. So I'm aiming in here, and I'm obviously not jittering my mouse up and down, but it starts jittering on its own. Just the scope of the gun. I'm not moving my hand to do that. That makes no goddamn sense. My best theory for why this specifically is happening is because there's a nade. But I know from my audio being synced that the nade hasn't exploded by the time it explodes at about the exact same time I shoot, which is after we've already had this weird up-down jittering. So that's my best theory, even though it doesn't make any sense because the nade didn't work. My overall theory for this, my sniper not working, is that there's either a weird desync with where it's showing me aiming and where it's literally aiming. And I only thought of this the other day when I saw this teleporting. Because it's moving like half a person's body width. And so if I'm aiming, I end up aiming at his elbow when I think I'm taking the shot. Or I've slid over. I'm generally aiming at him. So if it's actually aiming up there every time I take a snipe, even though there's like pretty much no drop in this, obviously I'm gonna miss every fucking shot. But I have a clip. I don't know if I have it in here. I'll pull it up since we're already doing this, which just shows that it couldn't just be this. Either way, so that's one of the clips. We'll keep on going for the sake of time. I've already been recording for 6 minutes of this dog shit. This was the first clip I ever took of my sniper not working. I've been playing OG for a bit and it hadn't been working, and I was like, let's take a very deliberate snipe to show that I'm not imagining that my sniper isn't working, to show that it's not me who actually sucks or something. So this one is the most self-explanatory because I did it the most deliberately. This is not, I don't aim this long at people, but I put it, he's walking backwards and like strafing a bit. I put it right at his back and shoot. Now here's the thing. If you look at the slow-mo, like super slow-mo, and you like pixel peep when I click and when the gun goes off, I click and then I don't move my hand, but then it gives me recoil in the scope without showing the bullet gone, like shooting, and then I've unscoped. But I shot here, and it shows no bullet, one, and then gives me recoil, two, which makes no sense. I'll come back to show me shooting at him. I do know how to shoot the gun. And this one kind of lines up with the scope isn't where it actually is, but it also, my first theory was that the game was just specifically interpreting when I click incorrectly when I'm using a scoped weapon. Either way, we're going to show the clip of me just knowing how to shoot a gun, and then I'm going to pull up some other things, some other reference things. Yeah, so let's just run this. I take a pod shot, and then I'm like, okay, I'll actually aim at him. Those shots weren't that impressive, but this one, I'm like, yeah, I know how to aim the gun. I can take a fucking sliding revolver shot. Can we... I can't just redock this. They're not going to make it easy. Okay, let's pop these back in. I think that... Can I just open this? Because I know exactly... Oh, no. Where the clip is. Okay. Does this have it? No, this doesn't have it. I swear I pulled it out earlier, but maybe I didn't. Oh no, this is it. This is it. Okay. So this is one just showing that it can't just be the up down, because this one I'll let it play like I've been doing. There's a guy running to my teammate. Okay, now let's run that back in slow motion. I am leading this shot. I click here. He's not that far, so I shouldn't have to lead it too much. Regardless, we've got a general idea for how close this bullet should be. One, we've got the recoil before the bullet shows, but that's not what matters in this clip. What matters is that the bullet shoots significantly behind the player. Like, this is his body and this is the bullet. And this clip specifically, I believe we can scroll out. I've got 6 ping. So this isn't a ping thing, which is also supported by the fact that right after this, guess what? I shoot him with a revolver. Perfectly fine. This is another example. These are all the same game. This is literally the video that I was going to edit, and I was like, the footage looks like dog shit because I'm taking shots that I don't know what's happening to the bullet. He's like 4 builds away. I shouldn't have to lead this shot. And regardless, I do lead the shot. And it still shoots behind him. That's my bullet. Okay. And then the last thing I wanted to bring up is something I literally pulled up a solo game and searched for a sniper just so I could find this and show it as reference. This is where I think the error started. Also, there's a weird note. It doesn't happen with this, like the scoped SMG. It happens with the bolt, and I don't use the laser sniper, but the laser sniper is what I'm going to pull up to show you this thing that I think is the root cause of all this shit. They added a mechanic to the game where it would more accurately change how you're aiming depending on how you're moving, which is specifically seen when you are running and you slide and you're scoped in with a gun, because it'll do like a thing as your character is sliding into the ground. But this has blatant times when it doesn't fucking work. Me and Huey are complaining about this all the time. I edited a whole TikTok showing this happening, and I was like, this just isn't interesting. I'm just like showing that the game's dog shit. But in this format, I'm going to show it to you right now. So you pick up a sniper, you run, slide, and scope in. It is. I haven't moved my hand to look 90 degrees down into the ground. Let's just peep the mouse. My hand doesn't fucking move. And this repeats. I do it again here. That time it doesn't go all the way to the ground. But I didn't start noticing that the snipers weren't working until they started implementing this. And I don't even think it's like been that bad the whole time, but recently I specifically noticed it with OG because they brought a bolt back, and I'm not using this sniper. Recently it's been bad. Also, I guess we can pull this up, just reference. Here's a, oh my god. We're not going to spoil this one. This clip's too good. We're just going to pull up a clip of me sniping somebody. It's this one. Okay. So I'm going to miss this shot, and then we're going to hit easy shotgun. I see this guy. I'm like, I need to get an angle, throw my teleporty orb, and then snipe in midair. And now here is one thing to note. The sniper shot does look very delayed. If you look back, the line is just like persisting after, and it does show like the impact on his head. It's right there. Regardless, I do know how to use guns. I could pull up more clips, but we're just going to leave it at this. I feel that I have to post something because otherwise there is no record of the game being dog shit, even if it's just for my own purposes. But having this footage on my computer, like, makes me this is a bad thing. I try not to care about things like that. Like, I don't rage at Fortnite, but this does make me like viscerally like more uncomfortable than upset. Like, I don't want to see it. in the sense of like not literally watching a car crash, but like watching something of that nature where it's like, it's kind of just a guttural feeling, and it's bad. And I'm recording all of this so that I can delete the footage off my computer. I'm going to now upload this to YouTube. Peace! I'm going to add a brief amendment. I've just deleted all the footage. Which is that the mechanic they use so that like your sniper scope aim moves with how your character would move. I said it to my friend, it reminds me of CSGO logic, how like you can't make an exact shot unless you're standing like pretty much stark still, like you have to stop moving then shoot. I imagine that the game is like, I have where I'm aiming and moving, and that it is trying to track the gun to where I'm moving, but it is doing it delayed in some sort of way. So like, I have to do this very exaggerated. If this is where I'm aiming and this is the gun, like just super, I'm being exaggerated, super delayed. That's my theory. It still doesn't fill up everything, but I think that's the best logical conclusion I can come to for an explanation. Either way, okay, we'll actually end it. Bye.